I'm T Love. This is the Love Song Podcast, a Love Song media production. Today, a little different day than any other day that I've been podcasting. I don't have anything loaded up in the queue. No episode. I do want to give some love and shout out to my sponsor, Shirts and More, out of Wheeling, West Virginia. Miss Tracy, thank you so much for taking a chance on me. I will never, ever, ever be able to thank you enough for what you've done. I don't have a titled message for anyone today. This is not about research. This is just a reflection of what I've done over the last 2 months of podcasting. You see, July the 5th marked 2 full months since I began my podcast journey. And the question is what have I learned in the last 60 days? I learned that the compromise, the corruption, and the cover-ups are deeper than I ever thought. But I also learned that the mental and emotional digression of Americans is why they get away with it. Let me share with you some examples. Over the last 2 months, I have bashed Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, Jared Kushner, the House, the Senate, AIPAC, Biden, Obama, Eric Swalwell, Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries, Mike Johnson, Mitch McConnell, Bush 43, Bush 41, LBJ, you name it. I've run the gamut of bashing both sides of the aisle just about as equally as I possibly could. I have researched 9/11. I've yet to release that episode. COVID. I've yet to release that episode. JFK. Charlie Kirk. I haven't released that episode. President Lincoln. World War I and World War II. Syria. Libya. Sudan. Iraq. Afghanistan. J6. The 2020 election. The war on drugs. Diego Garcia. And the billions of dollars laundered through lobbyists, special interest groups, NGOs, and off-the-book black ops. The reaction that I've gotten from viewers, family, friends, whatever it may be, has been probably the most shocking. It's been like a big tent circus. The left accuses me of being a MAGA turd and a cult member when I'm calling out their side. The right accuses me of being a radical anti-Semitic leftist when I'm calling out their side. It doesn't matter that I use factual evidence, specific quotes, historical data, FOIA requests, DOJ and other government.org websites, as well as foreign media instead of American media to verify my information. I even have friends who believe in what I'm doing right up until the point it lands in Trump's lap or in Israel's backyard. And then they'll stop talking to me. And that's okay. I'd rather be a real American than a hypocrite that hides behind my family, my Bible, or a one-sided political agenda. And that's where I found that most Americans are today. They're not Americans. They're Democrat. They're Republican. They're white or they're black. They're male. They're female. They're religious. They're something else. Heterosexual. Homosexual. There is a vivid divisional line that the political cult that's in Washington, D.C., along with the media cult, has implored upon us as Americans. And they're like the puppet masters. And it has worked like a charm. Because this nation is so divided. I don't even know if we can get it back. In conclusion, I have found I was not a Republican. Nor am I a Democrat. I am 100% an all-American man. Unfortunately, I believe I am a small percentage of today's America. Because most of American citizens are too busy defending their side of all the compromise and corruption and throwing rocks at the other side for the exact same thing that their side is doing. After 2 months, I am confident most Americans are clueless that 83.3% of their elected officials get money from AIPAC. That means AIPAC, the Israeli government, owns 83% of your elected officials in Washington. And you don't even know it. Clueless that Israel has 226 nuclear warheads and they have never been inspected by the IAEA. Clueless that the terrorist groups that our government claims that we're trying to destroy and kill to protect our freedoms, our very own government has been proven to be funding these proxies across the world. My ask to America today is simple. From T-Love to all of my viewers, my ask is very simple. Stop being a Democrat. Stop being a Republican. Get back to being an American, and let's take this country away from the compromised and corrupt politicians that are complicit in each other's lying and stealing of our tax money while they give it away to illegals, terrorists, and other foreign nations, while Americans right here on our sovereign ground are hungry, homeless, needs better education, and needs better health care. My ask, just be an American. If you like what you see and hear on the Love Song Podcast, please like, share, and follow my channel. Whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on TikTok. The only way I can grow is through you. For all you haters, let me say this. I won't stop. It ain't in me. I'm 54 years old. I'm an adopted kid. I was told my entire life that I would never be anything. And if you think you can hide behind a social media keyboard, firing off insults to me, baby, I ain't the one. All I can do is bring you the verified information. Sometimes it may be for your side. Other times it may be against your side. Take a deep breath and understand, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an American. And I'm sick and tired of watching this country be destroyed by anti-Americans that sit in Washington, D.C., changing the laws, stealing our tax money, sending it abroad, doing everything they can to make us poor and everyone else richer, especially themselves. I end every episode with a saying that I believe it's who I am. I have a lot of friends who, even me, we've all been impacted by something. Whether it be losing a child in a car wreck, losing a child in a domestic violence or some drive-by shooting, whether it be to cancer, heart attack, COVID vaccines. We've all lost someone. And those losses, they affect us, whether we admit it or not, especially as men, right? But my saying is very simple. We're all just one accident, one diagnosis, or one unexpected phone call away from living a much different life. Sometimes we're just one piece of information away from viewing things in a much different manner. But I implore you, stay humble, be kind, show your love, and go check on your people. Because people is what matters. Not if you're Democrat or Republican, not if you're white or black, male or female, homosexual, heterosexual, it doesn't matter. It matters is if we treat one another with respect and kindness. I believe we were put on this planet to help each other. So I don't care if you hate on me online. Bring it. Because I'm just going to respond back to you. Thank you for your comment with a little heart and little headphones. Because whether you love me, whether you hate me, You took time to listen to me. And I do appreciate it. Until I see you on next week's episodes, take care.